One of the questions that I often get asked is, why did God behave differently with the people in the Bible than he does now? Why did he do the things that he did, the miracles that we see in the scriptures then, and why don't we see any of that today? But I think what is interesting is the first thing that we have to address is, would you believe it if it happened today? Like, imagine for a second, you turn on your favorite news outlet and they say, this man who was dead 3 days ago is now alive and who watched? He's ascending into the sky and is gone. What is your first thought? If it's me, my first thought is that that was created for, it was CGI, it was something, or AI, it was something created fictitiously, that it was not a real historical event, it was not real news. And so I wouldn't believe it. So the question you have to ask yourself, if the reason that you don't believe the stuff in the Bible, the miraculous things then, is because it existed then and it does not exist now, in front of your own eyes, would you even believe it if it did happen in front of your own eyes? Or would you have another reason that you wouldn't believe? And that's a hard issue. You've got to deal with that first. The second question is the assumption that God behaved differently in the first 4,000 years of interaction with people than he does in the last 2,000 years. And I think we have some really good resources that you can use to be able to combat this particular one. One is Dreams and Visions, a book by Tom Doyle that talks about how God is awakening the Muslim world with dreams and visions where Jesus is actually showing up to people. And this is very similar to what we see with the Ethiopian eunuch, where we've got God miraculously bringing people to people so that they can know about his love for them. And so if you want to hear about things that have happened recently, Dreams and Visions by Tom Doyle is one. The second book that I want to recommend is Miracles Today by Craig Keener. So Craig Keener is a New Testament historical scholar. So he's very attuned to how do you research historical reliability of things and reliability of eyewitnesses. And so he has written a book looking at things from the 1900s and the 2000s of different accounts of miracles, of healings, of things that you would have expected from the book of Acts. So if you are wrestling with questions about God no longer behaving in the same way as he did in the past and why he didn't do it today, I want to encourage you to check out these two resources.